はい、こんばんは。ちょっと待ってね。さあ、今日もやっていきたいと思います。龍神のお仕事2回目。で、多分今回で終わりなんですよね。ちょっとね、今日コントローラーの調子が本当に悪くて、さっきからブツブツもう接続切れんの。だからプレイ中も多分何回か切れると思う。これ。もう、この20分間で3回ぐらい切れてるから、もうやっぱコントローラー買い替えだな。箱コントローラーやっぱ使いやすくてさ、これ買ってからまだ1年半ぐらいしか経ってないのに。よし。
Good. You're right on time.
結構
I
時間空けてるけどね。
reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. Ularu is the
え
mole.
イモジェンの言ってること本当でしょ？
Yes, you made the right call. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularu is guilty, we need irrefutable evidence before presenting this to the board. For now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogene was the mole, and the situation was dealt with.
うん。
The people we're dealing with will expect nothing less. Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program. So this could provide the evidence we're looking for. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity. So before you go, I want you to bring that program to me.
ああ。
Good. Once Ularu believes she's properly deflected any suspicion, I have no doubt she'll be bold enough to hide something within whatever program she writes. Now, let's attend a meeting.
あ、また。これダメだな。もうちょっとコントローラー買わなきゃダメだな。あ、なんだ？1階の工作員なんですけど、役員会議に出ることじゃないんだけど。
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I
よくも
accept
抜けねえけど。
responsibility, But let's not forget, the mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives. I know you're not insinuating that this is my fault.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
うーん。世間に調べるルーカス・ドレクスラーの首が飛ぶ。
And the public often gets what it wants.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Misako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this. And that's precisely why I know we can count on you. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
あれだよな。役員会議に出る格好じゃないのよ、そもそも。俺。これちゃおう。
If you're waiting for an appointment, please.
そういや、今日の昼間さ、ちょっと部屋のさ、掃除してたらさ、いつの間にかこう、ライブ配信が始まっちゃっててさ、マウス触ったかなって。いや、触ったか。触ったけど、ねえ、そんななると思って、びっくりしちゃったよ。だから通常のライブ配信のやつはもう非公開にした。事故が起きてもいいように。前も一回やったんだよね。
Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey.
いや、
Yes.
楽しみではないんだよね。
Always love a willing subject. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured.
そうだな、手術の前に冗談を言われると心強い。
You're gonna be fine. All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go. All right, let's get this party started.
眠い。
Well, well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing.
おはようございます。ちょっと帽子は取れたんですけど。
So, how are you feeling? You look good?
元気だ、すべてが同
That's
じように見
exactly
える
what。we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation.
技術にはまだ
Well, my tech is
まだ
only
ま
a
だ。
prototype. This is just the beginning.
ああ。
Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says. That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
ちょっと待って。動かんな。すんごい脱出すんじゃん。あれあかんな。ちょっと待って。あ、これでいいのか。パソコンじゃないのか。コンピューターじゃないのか。あ、開いた開いた。よくわからんのよな、これ。あんまりこれね好きじゃないんだわ。
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects?
何も感じなかった。簡単すぎた。これは新しいお
I'll
気に
take
入り
that
のお
as
茶
a
に
no
な
on
っ
the side effects. And that toy you love so much is very powerful.
た。
So
こん
use
な
it
ものが
wisely.
世に広まったら良くないけどね。
Toy is hardly the word I'd use to describe it. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech. Those are the kind of edge cases that I let the board work out. Obviously, tech like this is going to come with its fair share of red tape. Not at all. But I can imagine if I experienced disorientation like that, but regained my awareness in another room, it could be a bit jarring. We'll definitely be running some more tests in the future though. So many situations to account for.
誰かの操り人形になるの
Maybe
かもしれない。
that's the beauty of it. You'd never know. Besides, the neuroamp isn't total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
I can't believe Vina finally pulled it off. With my help, of course.
specs they gave me for this job are so...
I've been waiting here for ages.
Good, you're here. I wasn't sure how accurate Vina's promise of no downtime was going to be.
Let's just hope her promise of no brain damage holds true as well.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries.
彼には命、彼が刑務
It's
所に入
good
る
to
なら
know
何
we're
か
of the same mind on this one. All right. Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you. Option A, you need to remain under the radar the entire... Option B, you have a slight cover that may give you the opportunity to... Yes, the less people you need to interact with, the better. Ideally, none at all.
また潜入ミッションだ
Now,
が
depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the market. From there, you have three. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on,
大変だ
also
な
R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse. So I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
Nothing a good operative can't manage. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp.
なるほど分かってる必ず成功
Please
させる
do. I hate to think we're putting our faith in the wrong operative. No, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from
はい
Sedona.
はいお金払ったやつね
Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail.
よかった人が少な
My
いほどい
thoughts
い
exactly. We're also issuing you an operative
やった
suit.
ー工作員スー
It
ツ
should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible.
や
And that's what we're hoping for. If you can pull this off, even I'll be impressed.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story.
10年に一度の企業スタンド。これが放送された時のルーカスの顔が楽
You
し
and
み
me
だ。
both. So, any final questions before you go?
いや、大丈夫です。いつでもいける。
Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up. Skylar Lumen?
こんな格好で行ったらバレバレやん。私工作員ですって言ってるようなもんじゃん。
Don't cause any trouble. This deal could be huge for my company.
This これすげえな。頭なのにちゃんとあれがあるわ。補正がつくわ。ダルトンにあっとかないとダメ。ではこれから潜入してまいります。ほら必要なことをしてくれ。
So, let's take a look. Aha. The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity LTD network. One of them even frames Misako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials. I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Alaru can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need to prove Olaru's guilt.
はい。一人減ってもう一人だ。イミニューテッドのホームセ
Yes, I'm looking forward to putting this all behind us. Without that falsified evidence, Ularu is in for a big surprise. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast, anticipating Masako to be accused of Lucas Drexler. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program. Let's get this assignment finished the right way.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
You must be in someone's good graces to be invited into the executive.
So そういやニューアントラインスでしたったな。 こ？商業地区か。
Chief Diplomat Yassine runs a tight ship and will...
よし。これ工作員スーツとこれつけると、あれ？そんなことないよな。なんで宇宙服は外れてたんだ？
Can we run through it one more time?
こんな格好してたらバレバレよな。なんもねえわ。
personnel must evacuate the building. Please find the nearest exit and contact emergency services.
うん。そうなるとこれが違うんだよね。どうせ捕まっちゃうんだからパクっちゃう。からはどうしたらいいんだ？あれバレちゃうのか。痛い痛いけどどこ？あっちか。降りすぎたか。どんどん削れていくじゃん。やめて。痛いですやめてください。痛いですやめてください。戻ってきちゃったな。 いです。痛いです。やめてください。やめてください。どこだ？あ、これ見えない。このエレベーター使わない？やっぱエレベーター使わなきゃいけないのか。これ上か？もしかして。痛い。死んじゃう。いやマジわからん。きつい。落ちた。そもそも落ちた。ロードしてたら落ちた。緊急施設はどうやって行けばいいんだ？やっぱこっちだよな。
Damn it, I lost them.
回バレた。さすがにバレるよな。違う。痛い。マジで痛い。近くするとダメだよな。見えないんだよ。落ちる。見えぬ。わからん。どこだマジでマジでわからん。マジでわからんここ。ここね。いや見つからずに行って無理だわこれ。こうやって使っていかなきゃいけないかったんよねもうあんまりマインドコントロール好きじゃないのよ僕。タレットは無理なんじゃないかな。もうタレットに見つかるとずっと見つかっちゃうんじゃないかな。 タワー室が。逆だな。あそこに人がいる。いや見てないよな。いや見てない。いやもうメタルギアソリッドかよマジでメタルギアじゃねえんだよ。アポイントメント。うんうん。あ、お金だ。デジビックだ。いや、多いな。これと、こうだよね。これな気がするな。いやなんかこれ、いやあれやっぱそうだよな。大したもの入ってなかったな。これはさすがに無理でしょ。いやー無理。これは無理。こっちじゃない。あれどっから取るんだ。カードリーダーが必要。 気づかんかった。確かになんかあった。痛い痛い痛い。やめてください。やめてください。何これ。痛い痛い。もうスニークミッションとかやめてよね。もうマジで苦手なんだから。死にそうになってる。死ぬ死ぬ死ぬ。だ。
You got this.
いや、やだ。もうめんどくさい。めんどくさいよ。
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for.
We're close to the action here in New Atlantis. Prime position to report on the big stories that affect the United Colonies. Can I help you?
何か言うかな。あんたが興味を持ちそうなニュースがある。
Well, I'll be the judge of that. What's this so-called story about? Corporate greed claims victims once more. And you have evidence to support this claim.
このスレートを見てくれ。
Good. The less investigation we need to put into this, the faster I can prepare the broadcast. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence.
情報源は明かせない。あんたもリポーターなら理解しているはずだ。
Of course. I just hope your source is as reliable as you think they are. Is there at least a name I can cite as my source?
匿名。
Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be here within the hour, if not sooner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I obviously have some work to do.
よろしく頼むぜ。さあ、いやー、ひどい。ひどい。みんなあれちゃんと見つからずにいけてんの？フォールアウトの時に比べてやっぱかなり見つかりやすくなってると思う。ステータスパラメーターがないからね、今回。フォールアウトの時はさ、あれなんだよね。アジリティマックスにして、確かアジリティかな、器用さだったかな、覚えてないけど、マックスにしてステルス使ってれば目の前にいても見つかんなかったりしたから、それに比べたらやっぱステータスがない分やっぱ見つかりやすいよねっていう感じはする。あ、ちょっと待った。ちょっと待った。ちょっと寝ときたい。経験値のために寝ときたい。1時間以内に放送されるだろうって言ったけど寝ちゃう。 これちょっと船のちょっとエンジンを変えようかなと思ってて、今使ってるエンジンがなんていうのかな、動力4のやつなんですよ。動力4で3のやつで3つつけれるやつなんだけど、動力4で3つしかつけれない一番いいやつの方がどうも出力がいい、すごいいいんだよね。そっちの方が強い強いって語彙がなさすぎるボキャブラティがないのが分かっちゃう。性能がいいんだよね。よし、仕事は終わったぜ。これで龍神のお仕事終わりかな。
I've yet to hear anything of note on SSNN. Let's hear your report.
何の問題もない。デビッド・バロンをもうすぐ報道する。時間の問題だ。今年一番の話題になるのは間違いない。
As far as the corporate news world is concerned, it certainly will be. And how did the NeuroAmp perform?
とても便利だ。
I thought it would be. So now it's just a waiting game for SSNN to break the news. Once the story airs, we have another board meeting scheduled to decide how to handle Infinity. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes. Thank you.
Infinity LTD and Lucas Drexler are currently under investigation for a number of violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials.
さすがデビッド・バロン。
Authorities representing
当局にリークしたんやね。
the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barrett for SSNN.
Perfect. This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them. The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want you to discuss the options we have with the other members. Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock bottom, so this gives us the opportunity to win a little more public faith. Infinity is about to crumble before the eyes of the public. They employ thousands of people, and those thousands of people are now worried about their jobs. That's where we come in. First, we'll issue a public statement expressing disgust at their leadership, but sympathy for the innocent workers. That's when we offer to acquire them. Quite right. The truth is, we'll be making evaluations. We'll shed any employees who don't make the cut, slowly but surely. By incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a competitor, get their best employees and contracts, and all while boosting our public perception.
この人はやっぱトップなんやな。
I'm glad we're on the same page. Which is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince them this is the right move. There are several who might disagree, and you have the perfect tool to help sway them.
同僚に
Fine. Whether or not you use the internal neuroamp is up to you, but I still want results.
わかりました。
You'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing.
説
Vina
得は
is
するよ。
also here, waiting for the meeting to start. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. In the event of a tie, I will make the final decision. I trust you'll get it done.
わかりました。やったー。あ、じゃあちょっとスーツを着た方がいいな。あ、スーツ持ってきたような気がする。使い預けたもんね。裸になってる。あれあれよ、ああいう時宇宙服になるもんだと思ってた。ちょっとロッジに行かなきゃ。服がない。ああ、いつ撮ったこんなん。全然覚えてない。あれ、なんだっけ。これか。なんか GPU がさ、だいぶ下がってんだよね。70% ぐらいまで下がってて、今まで90ぐらいまでいってたのが70ぐらいまで下がってるから、90度から98ぐらいまでいってたからね。だいぶあれだね。この前のアップデートで改善されたかもしれないね。じゃあちょっと一人ずつ説得していくがい。
I'm glad we're making an effort in our appearance today.
言われたよ。言われたよ、輸送業者。
I want to get all the details locked down for this meeting, and I believe you to be one of the best sources available.
よかった、ちょうどこの会議のことを話したかった。
You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity LTD throughout your assignments here. Do you think they're worth redemption? And why?
ああ、大半何が起きてるのか知らなかった。
Oh, I didn't mean in regards to Drexler's actions. More in the sense of should a superior company like Ryujin make room for so many potentially lackluster employees? That is a plea more well spent on Genevieve or Alexis. I prefer to focus on the numbers and leave emotions out of my decision-making. Perhaps I wanted to see if I could be convinced otherwise. It's easy to say, it's the right thing to do for someone in your position. But for me, Infinity LTD is a huge financial unknown. It's high risk versus mediocre reward. Your disdain is noted. And perhaps you thought I'd care because you're hopeful. Next question. What is your opinion on how Masako handled the mole situation? And why do you feel it was well handled? Please note I'm not disagreeing. I just want to know the why behind your statement. Maintaining one's reason in a time of panic speaks volumes about a person's capabilities. I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you, considering how helpful you've been. It's only dangerous to those who can't afford one, hence the added motivation that will bolster sales. It's possible, but with Alexis and Genevieve driving the restrictions and presentation of such a product, it's also highly unlikely. This has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
いや、内蔵ニューロアンプは反対させたいんだよな。いや、まさこじゃねえや、ビーナはもうしょうがない。
Surgical wounds healing like a dream. And how's my favorite patient doing? Not seeing any temporal memory flashes or losing time, I hope. That's great. I'd say Project Dominion is ready for legitimate human trials in that case. One step closer to seeing market approval. Genevieve is going to be so excited. So, tell me what you think of the NeuroAmp.
これは危険だ。誰もこんな、あ、またコントローラーが効かなくなった。いや。
I hope you're not actually suggesting that the technology I spent years working on and perfecting never sees the light of day. This is groundbreaking work. My life's work.
わかる。
Fine, fine. No, I'm definitely not sure about risking my career over this. Well, this conversation's made me feel like a proper monster.
そうなんよ。
But you're right. In a perfect world, tech like this is used for good. But this world is far from perfect.
結局、敵が使ったら、
It is. It really is. For years, my only focus has been, is this possible? And then, how do I make it work? I never stopped to consider if it was right, or what it would mean. I guess it'll be up to a vote either way. It's not on the meeting agenda, so I assume you'll bring it up yourself?
わかりました。
We just have to hope the others will see reason. So the next question is,
作っ
what will the
た
fate
こ
of
の人が
Infinity
冷静に
LTD
物事見れるんならそれでいいけどね。
That's what I'm hoping for. They may be the underdog, but that doesn't mean they don't have a brilliant mind or two. Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation of my day. All we can do now is look forward to the meeting, right?
よし。
See you in there.
いい人だった。いい人だった。話のわかるいい人だった。この人は。
Is Masako checking up on me to make sure I'm on her side?
そう、おそらく。なぜマスコ
Because that's what I do. You want something in this business? You don't pull any punches. The only real question is just how persuasive she asked you to be.
うん。
Well, you can let Masako know to rest easy. It just so happens that her agenda lines up with mine. We just need to grab Infinity Ltd while it's got the public's full attention. I'm all about free PR, especially when it's painting us in a good light. I'm sure I can squeeze enough goodwill out of this to last us at least a year.
本当に龍神が合法に失敗することを避けたいなら大きな検討事項
All
が
right.
一つある。
I suppose you've earned the right to voice your opinion after everything you've done, qualified or not. So let's hear it. Don't I know it? I think Alexis and I are truly going to have our work cut out for one another.
そうなんや。
We'll discuss security ramifications with Dalton, and I'm sure there are alterations, safety nets, if you will, that we'll need from Vina. It's sure to be quite the undertaking. Well,
いや、賛成になっちゃった。ちょっと待って。賛成じゃないんだよ。ここは反対に回ってもらわないといけないんだよ。で中立の人は、まあ賛成に持っていかなきゃいけない。反対に持っていかなきゃいけないから。
Well, you can let us. We just need to grab and. I'm all about free. I'm sure I can squeeze enough. All right, so let's hear it. The possible backlash on tech like this is not lost on me. However, the internal neuroamp will define the next era of tech, with Ryujin at the forefront. It's not an opportunity you just walk away from. Not when you word it like that. But a product that then you really have something. Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative.
中立か。中立っていうのもあんのか。ちょっと待って。じゃあもう一個の選択肢は反対になる？いや難しいな。あ、GPU がまた上がってるな。いや70で止まってるわ。一瞬だけ上がる時があるな、なぜか。
Is Masako checking up? Well, you can. We just need to grab. I'm all about free. I'm sure I can. All right, I suppose. So let's hear it. The possible backlash on. However, it's not an opportunity. Of course there is. As any good marketing. Well,
いやダメだ。
it seems your talent.
反対しない。もともとが賛成だから中立に持っていくのがベストなんか。難しいね。中立っていうのもあんのか。何？ポルターガイスト。
Is Masako checking up on me? Well, you can. We just need to grab. I'm all about free PR. I'm sure I can squeeze in.
こっちはいいのよ。
All right. So let's hear it. The possible backlash. However, it's not an opportunity. Not when you word it. Then you really have. Well.
でダルトンはまあ賛成だろうな。
This meeting should prove to be very interesting. I assume Masako briefed you on her preferred outcome. Good on you. If it were up to me, I'd have shut down
この
Project
人は
Dominion a
まあ
long
良識
time
的だね。
ago. I knew it was a grave security risk. And look what happened. You read my mind. Let's just hope Masako
よし、
and
意
the
見が
others
一致
see
する
that way.
ぜ。
Plus,
助かる。
if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd, we're about to add a significant workload onto my team.
同数になったら賛成
Any more
し
incidents
ちゃうから
this new Euro amp might cause.
まさこがね。
Well, the timing could be better, but I don't feel strongly one way or another about the acquisition. We've gone through our fair share in the past, and this one would be no different. If Masako wishes to bring Infinity into the fold, I will not stand against it.
ま
I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity Ltd is obviously not known for their security. And we hope that
あ、仕
Masako
事
and
大変になる
others
けど
will
頑
be
張ってくれ。
patient with the process. Now, if you'll excuse me,
よし、
I
クリ
have
アし
some
た。
preparation.
インフィニティリミテッドはクリア
We'll
し
be
た。
announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting, so I need to have security ready to escort her off the premises.
よし、頑張ってくれ。じゃあ、あと2人。
If only there were more hours in the day. Well, if it isn't my favorite
地球の感
operative,
覚よな、それは。
something I can help you with?
あ
Not much to discuss there. I believe I've made my case quite clear to Masako on. All right, I could use the entertain. What's hidden within Infinity?
あ、ちょっとやらかした。これは良くない。いや、ダメだ。
I've heard enough. If you only had some real talent. Nice to know someone is. Everyone's too busy praising its completion
この人
to
反
think
対だ。
about the
ならいいわ。
dangers it could represent. First off, if I find out you use that device on me, I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest of your life.
バレてる。バレてるわ。使ったことがバレてるよ。よくないよくない。
So much work to do. Well, if it isn't my favorite.
あ
You heard correct. I've every reason to believe.
ー、
All right, I.
まあ気持ちはわかるけどね。
Those arguments. The benefits definitely
あ
exist. It's
ー、まあ
just.
そうだよね。いや、ダメだ。
I've heard enough. If you
やっぱ
only
説得
have
上げて
some
ないから
real
ダメだね。
talent when it comes to.
ね
Nice to know someone is. First off, if I find out you use that device on me. Second, that tech is one. I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either. Well, I'm both glad and surprised to hear the one person who has one
い
say
や、実
that.
際使ってるから言うんだよ
Masako
ね。
is lucky to have you at her disposal, you know? You may be the greatest asset aside from the intern.
ありがとうござい
This
ます
exchange has been surprisingly insightful. But now,
よし。あともう一人中立にしてもらわないと。でも、お前はクビだから。お前はクビだからな。
Did Masako send you to try and convince me to acquire Our public perception is good enough. If you ask me, reaching out to save Infinity just makes us look weak. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our competitors, not
いやー、ユーロアンプ、お前賛成
This
派
is
か。
exactly why Masako's time as
お前は
CEO is finished.
いいえ。あんたよりもマスコの方が立派な CEO になる。
I'll overlook your poorly educated statement.
もう何言っても負け犬の遠吠えにしか聞こえんのよな、
when
俺
they're。about to crash and burn hardly seems wise. Ryujin Industries isn't a corporation built on heart.
まあまあまあ
I think
ね
you know that.
それはわかるけど。
The benefits may exist, but the message will be stronger. As long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind, this should make for an interesting meeting. An issue? That would be a foolish move. Dalton and Alexis are the only two against it. You'd never get the rest to shut it down.
Yeah.
As long as we have the proper safeguards and rules in place, even if we limit the usage to Ryujin Please. Ryujin's best interests are long-term success and growing profits.
いやいやいや、そんなわけないじゃない。
Now, if you'll excuse me,
いやー、難しい。ギリギリだ。説得能力は足りん。けど、これどうなんだろう。ウラルがクビになっちゃうから。
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
これクビになるのが先かな。どっちだろうな。
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd's botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ryujin will be launching a statement, but I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity Ltd.
My team is prepared to handle the influx.
私、一階の工作員なので。
Arguments?
Infinity Ltd is an enormous unknown. The legal and financial risks are too great. I refuse to support the decision. Besides, I have enough to deal with now as it is.
We should be crushing our competition, not rescuing them from their own flaws. This is a weak decision, Masako, and you know it. In fact, I move that Masako be removed from CEO altogether.
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to be you.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole, and she'd been dealt with.
まあバレるわけにはいかん。
Do you even have any proof to back up this
ありますよ。
outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Masako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so. This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
Security, escort Miss Chen to her office and see that she stays put.
You'll regret this. All of
負け犬がの遠吠え、
I
負け
believe
犬
the
と遠
only
吠えだな。
regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
All against?
Nay.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up?
新参。
The internal neuroamp is a key component of Ryujin
いや
Industries'
ー、絶対にやめた方がいいと思
success
う
for
け
the
どね。
next 10 years, if not more. Why would we shelve it after we've finally perfected it?
いやー、いや、これかな。
Can't believe I'm saying this, but she's right. Regardless of the pros, the cons are too morally and ethically irresponsible to move forward with.
Agreed. Not to mention the security risks.
Very well. All in favor of shelving Project Dominion?
Aye.
All against?
Nay.
Vina, prep Project Dominion for
よし、止めた。
Any other matters to bring forth?
ないです。
None? This concludes our order of business for today.
よし、ミッション成功。
There were more hours in the day.
I'm glad we're making an effort in our appearance today.
もうお前2回も言うなや。マジで。
Not the outcome I anticipated. A fine point, but it still proves its usefulness. The truth remains, Lucas Drexler learned a hard lesson, and we exposed a traitor among us. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin.
ありがとう。龍神の CEO に褒めると光栄だ。
It's well earned and deserved. I truly appreciate the work you put into exposing Ularu. No operative has ever
お金の
had
た
to
めですから。
investigate our own to the extent that you did. I can imagine it may have been a lot of pressure, considering you were fairly new at
死
the
に
time.
そうな目にあってんだよね。
I hope that enthusiasm sticks with you for the foreseeable future. Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done. And I'm promoting you to senior operative. You've more than earned it.
上級工作員。
It's well deserved. As for the details, I think someone back on the operations floor would prefer to explain those to you.
よっしゃー。これで龍神の仕事終わりかな。終わったねー。お、イモジェン復帰したか。
Ryujin certainly spared more expense.
あ、歩兵なんだよね。ちゃうちゃうちゃう。お復帰したね。
You've certainly shaken things up around here. I still can't believe Ularu tried to frame me. An obvious misjudgment on my part. But now that's all in the past. It's time to get back to your typical day-to-day.
オフィスに戻れてよかった
And
な。
I'd say it's good to be back if I hadn't returned to a mountain of paperwork. Now, since you were new, you've been dealing with people, but most of our assignments are generated on the mission board. The board holds any available assignments that our techs have pieced together, and I've approved.
どこで確認できます？
No, but try to see that as an improvement, since I certainly do.
The mission board is more efficient for both of us.
いや、大丈夫だ。
Good. The mission board is generally self-explanatory anyway. With your promotion, you've earned yourself an office, so whenever you're ready, you can find your own personal mission board inside. And the best perk of them all, you're free to make your own hours. Oh, and congratulations, of course. You certainly will. Go check out the board, and if you have any questions, I suppose I can start up an open door policy.
お、特別が扱いされてる。イモジェンに特別が扱いされてる。やった、自分のオフィスができた。自分のオフィスができたな。嬉しいな。お金もちょっとだけ給料が入ってたぜ。お金が安いんよな。はい、ということで、龍神のお仕事、これにて完了。なんか、ちょっと細々したことやっていこうかな。こうやって見るとやっぱストーリー進める上では説得って大事やなとは思う。戦闘に曲振りしてるから今。レベル100ぐらいまでするとちょうどいい感じのなんかね、必要なとこだけを抜き取れるような感じもするけど。ということでちょっと宇宙船改造やしようかな。お金がいっぱいあるってほどでもないか。いやガチのさ、宇宙船改造しようと思ったらさ40万ぐらいかかるからさ。でももうほぼほぼ改造も終わってんだけどね。違った。
Supply chain disruptions in the Cheyenne system?
Taking a break. Something you need?
あ、何か新しいニュースあるか、レン。
How's it going? What's not news today? Imogene exonerated, Ularu off the board for trying to set up both Imogene and Masako. Last mistake she'll ever make. Masako will make sure of that.
そう、今日超どうでもいい話するとさ、僕まあ過去何回かベース演奏動画上げてるわけなんですが、でベースダンエレクトロっていうベースの D59 っていうベースだったかな。ノン FX のファットマイクが使ってるベースと同じベースで、それにファットマイクに憧れてミーハーだからファットマイクに憧れて、まあベース買っちゃったわけなんだけど、でベースってペグギターとかベースを弾かない人は分かんないだろうけど、ペグって言って弦を巻き巻きするところね、チューニングするところ、くるくるってヘッドについてる回すところなんだけど、あれがねギターのペグなのよ実は。で ギターのペグなんだけど、それをベースのペグに改造しましたっていうぐらいただそれだけ。いやー、なんか最近ちょっとモチベーションが上がんなくて2ヶ月ぐらいずっと放置してたけど、やっとやる気になってベースのペグ変更した、改造した。穴をさ広げなきゃいけないからさ、それ穴を広げて弦を張り替えてと。あ、ここねえわ。じゃあアルファボライじゃねえや、こっちアルファケンタウリとかじゃないと売ってないかな。
Got anything you need to offer? Anything I can help you with? Sure, how about it?
これ金あったらさ、船買うとかじゃなくてさ、一からデザインしたいよね。リアクターはさ、この40がマックスなんか、どう考えても。これな、これじゃない、これポセイドンが多分ね、この3つ、これ難しいなこうか。これくっついてねえわ、よく考えたら。あ、これもう一個上じゃないとダメか。あ、そう。下は大丈夫なんかな。 あ、これなんかダサい感じになんない？これ横にしかくっつかないっていうのかな。あ、これくっついてねえんだ。マジで？あれ？え？あれこれくっついてないの？え、嘘だ。これくっついてない。え？あ、くっついた。どういうこと？なんか短いよね。もうちょっと長くしたいよな。なんでこんな感じになってんだろう。わからんな。診療所がいらないんちゃいらないんだよね。どっかじゃなくて、なんだっけ。なんだっけ。ハブじゃなくて、ベイ。これあんま好きじゃないんだわ。あ、これを1個ずらして、これを1個下げて、これ良くないかもしれないな。ちょっと待った。グラブドライブとちょっと変えようか。 で、工房、コントロールステーション、店長室、あ、で、ドッカーがいるんだよな。ちょっと、これでいいけど、なんか、ダサくなってない逆にダサくなってないこれ。ここにドッカーをつけたいのよ。そう。これか。で、これで、ちょっと向こうに一旦戻って。いやー、デザイン難しいよなー。無駄な金使ってるような気がするな。ああ、そうなると、 れがいいんだよな。こうやって見ると僕はやっぱシンプルな構造の船が好きなんだよね。必要なものがあんまないような。もうちょっと長くてもいいんじゃないかなって気がする。ちょっとミッションが溜まってんだよねっていうのとは、あとちょっと乗組員のみんなに話を聞こうっていうのがあって、コンパニオンでね話聞かないといけなくて、はい。たらまずクルーがあって、でここに船長室があるでしょうか。でここに階段あんだ。階段できるのはしょうがねえか。ここにドッカーがあって、ここは客室かな。客室があって、でここに工房が続けてあると。製薬ラボなんやな。製薬ラボがいるかっつうといらんのだが、まあいいや。まあいいんだが、ちょっとサラと話しよう。前回の件と今回の件と。
Now that we have a moment, I wanted to ask how you're feeling. After your experience at the temple, you've given everyone at the lodge quite a scare.
妙に力が湧い。
That's distressing, but to be expected, I suppose. According to what I've heard, your body absorbed an almost unquantifiable amount of energy of a type we can't even begin to understand. We're dealing with something unknown to modern science. Who knows how this encounter has affected your body or your mind?
全く問題はない。
Well, good. I'm pleased to hear that. That temple proves we're dealing with entities of unknown origin. The problem is that we can't even begin to guess what their intention was towards us and where they've gone.
まあ悪意を持つ存在が新しい能力。いや、害を与え、ちょっと待って、またコントローラーが。害を与えたいな、与えたいのだ、害を与えたいの、害を与えたいのだとしたら、とっくに死んでいるはずだ。
Perhaps that's true, or perhaps you were simply quite lucky. It's just that... Oh, I'm afraid that we're flying almost completely blind here. All we know for certain at this point is that whoever created the artifacts are the same beings that built the temple.
まあそうだね。
Anything else is just guesswork. I might as well put on a blindfold and toss darts at theories written on the wall. Oh, believe me, this is positively exhilarating. Think about the significance of this research. The questions it raises alone are mind-boggling. Who was this wondrous structure built to accommodate? How long ago did these entities inhabit our universe? Are they still out there, somewhere?
謎だらけだ。まあコンステレーションの存在の一つはここにあるようだ。
Yes, exactly.
Now you understand why it's imperative that we solve this puzzle. It's funny. I used to think the artifacts were the end-all be-all of scientific discovery, the pinnacle mystery of our time. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine it would lead to something of this magnitude. I just hope that you'll come through this, whatever it is, unharmed. Oh, well, thank you. Look, I've already taken up too much of your time. All I can do is promise that I'm not going to make you deal with this mystery alone, whatever might be happening. I'll be right here to help you every step of the way.
ありがとうございます。
When you have a moment, I'd like to
はい、なんでしょう。
Handling those tricky decisions regarding Ryujin must have been difficult.
こんな技術をね、他人を自由に操るようなね。
Those types of corporations remind me why I never ventured into business.
広めちゃいかんのよ。
I can't stand that way of life. I suppose you've proven that point already at Ryujin. After all, based on your recommendation, they've ceased their work on that disturbing neuroamp technology.
Ah, 性もあったけど、逆に言われると利用される可能性はあるんだよね。
You mean other than the fact that it can turn a free-willed human being into a mindless automaton? For you to even ask me that question means you're completely blind to the implications of that whole device.
いや、理解してるよ。でもまあ判断認めてくれる人嬉しいかな。
Why wouldn't I be pleased about your decision? Can you imagine if that technology had fallen into the wrong hands? The awful things you could force people to do. Oh, it's terribly frightening.
デメリットが大きすぎる。
Yes, quite. Well, I've certainly taken up enough of your time. Thanks for letting me get that off my mind. Sorry to pull you aside like this. Taking those steps to eradicate the Terramorph threat is essential to the safety of every living thing in the settled systems. You should be proud.
あの生物は危険だ。
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you treated the situation with the urgency it deserved. Well, I'm relieved that the United Colonies agreed to use their genetically engineered microbe to exterminate the Terramorphs. Apparently, their decision was based on your recommendation. That was a smart choice you've made.
あの生物を繁殖させるのも日本になんだっけ？
Against it, not at all.
生物を繁殖させるのも微生物を使うのも結局人間の都合でしかないから。
Then we have to trust her experience. Unfortunately, there's no use dwelling on the past. You need to live with the decision that's been made. If it helps, despite the Lazarus plant being simply locked away, I truly believe that your decision has made the settled systems a safe.
でもテラーモーフ自体が異物だとするならね、どっちにしてもまあ、どっちにしろだからな。
Well, I suppose I've taken up enough.
そもそもテラーモーフ自体が外来種の可能性があるから。ね。
There's something I need to talk to you about.
何です？
Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Vectera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel? No, I don't think you understand. How did you feel?
力を感じた。いや、銀河の先まで一気に引っ張られたような感覚だった。
Oh my goodness. That must have been terrifying. When it comes to the artifacts, it never ceases to amaze me how the science, well, simply fails. True, true. But hey, how else would you describe it? The artifacts are so different, so alien. And I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery. Yes, precisely. You'd think, after our combined years of space travel, one of us would have stumbled across some answers, but unfortunately, we're empty-handed.
とてもストレスが溜まりそうな話だ。
No. Bewildering? Yes. It would be... oh, well, an explorer's dream to solve a mystery like this. I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time.
Ah, めちゃくちゃミッションが溜まってる。めっちゃミッションが溜まってるな。あ、ちょっとこれやっとくか。アキラシティだったな。市長、ちょっと待って、オプションがなんかあったな。フランク・ラングストンとフランあ、そろそろドラクエモンスターズ3出るんだっけ？いつだっけ？なんか毎年この時期になるとドラクエやってる気がするな、最近。去年もさ、ドラクエトレジャーズやってたし、もともとこのゲームチャンネル立ち上げた、配信チャンネル立ち上げたきっかけはドラクエビルダーズだったから。市長だっけこれ。市長だ。いやドラクエ好きなんよ実はね。でもドラクエモンスターズはさ、実はそんなにやってなくて、テリワンはスマホのテリワンはやった、リメイク版の方。テリワンと2ってなんだっけ、あの2人の子供だっけ、あの8のヤンガスが主役のやつはあれだっけ、不思議なダンジョンだっけ。もう全然覚えてね。好きだって言ってるのが嘘だ、嘘みたい。
Offering business, employment opportunities, and they practically spit in my face.
オープテック出ないですね。
I'm a senior vice president. Cut my teeth with mineral acquisitions for some of the pricier things we need for the ships. I was really looking forward to having my own region.
あ、なるほどね。
Now, that's right on the money there. So Ron Hope assigns me to Aquila City. I'm excited,
新規開
right?
拓か。
Could be a plum assignment. But I need a place to sleep here. So I bought some prime real estate for me and my girl. And damn it, you'd think I plowed through a sacred burial site. Listen.
あ、住む場所が気に入らないんだな。
Some priceless historical manor. That's not on me. And give them the satisfaction? Never. Thanks for hearing me out. Hope you have a better day than I've had. Who the who? Wait. Hassanov. You mean the family that owned this manor? Oh, hell. Elias Cartwright. That man's always had it out for me. My credits are as good as anyone else around here. I got a business proposition. 10,000 credits, and I take that alleged will off your hands. No questions asked. Suit yourself. But there's no way Elias Cartwright or any of those other core snobs will offer you anything close.
どっちが言ってることが正しいかわからんからな。
So you sold 3 pickups today?
Yeah. Might get some more on the back end.
こんなボロ屋敷に住んじゃってさ。
Casserole sealed the deal.
いや、どっちの言い分、いや、お金の問題じゃないのよ。僕は道義的にどうなのっていうところではあるから。
Hello there. So good to see you. Good to meet you, friend. Name's Elias Cartwright. I'm the mayor of Aquila City. Now, I've got a memory for faces, and I can't say I've seen yours around here before. I make it a point to introduce myself to everyone who passes through our fine city. As the founder himself once said, there's no substitute for a warm welcome and a friendly smile.
それはありがたい。
You're
ありがと
more
う。
than welcome. As I'm sure you know, us folk in the Freestar Collective put great stock in human kindness and
で
generosity.
も僕自由公正同盟
I
出
like
身
to
あ
think
でも
that's
アキラ
what sets us
シティ
apart
出
from
身と
our
は限らない
neighbors
の
in
か
the United Colonies. We don't rely on machines or bureaucracy. We rely on each other. I won't pry about what brought you here. That's all of your business and none of mine. However, I'd be more than happy to give you the scoop about the core and Midtown. You got it. That's wonderful. But Blake Aldwell. Let me think back. There was a Blake. Might be we can track him or any surviving kin down. I'll get my lawyer on this. Frank Langston's in for a rude surprise. And we can maybe see a Hassano return back to the core.
ハサノブ家が
No, he won't.
いや、ハサノブ家が何なのかっていうのを
We've
教
got
えて
real
ほしい
laws
わ。
here in Aquila City. You've more than earned this. You've done the city a great service.
甘いけど。まあいいけど。ちょっとこれやっとこう。なんか溜まってるのを消化したい。
Run into spacers, scumbags, and scavengers.
ずっと放置してたけどね。もう、いつも強くなったんで。 あ、バグってる。あれ、バグってるな。ちょっとスケスケになってるな。ほら、武器落とせ、ほら。武器落とせ、ほら。ほら、武器落とせ、ほら。お前は。はい。よー、めっちゃ減る。出血ダメージがで、出血ダメージが痛えわ。武器落としたか。あ、武器落としてない。スリもあげちゃう、ついでに。すごい落ちちゃう。すんごい落ちちゃう。弱いんよ。よし。バグってるな。バグってる。これ。壁がない。はい、ということで倒しましたと。あ、で、自由の惑星同盟じゃねえや。ヴァンガードじゃねえや。レンジャーは2つだけやってんだよね。最初の説得のやつと、強盗説得のやつと、入隊のやつだけはやってて。というのも、自由惑星同盟出身だから、報酬が欲しくて、レンジャーの仕事をやってただけなんだよね。
Just keep your gun holstered during your stay.
Welcome to the Rock.
よし、倒したよ。
Diego Monroe, at your
ラ
service.
ニーアダムスは体に風邪
Justice never smells so sweet as when it's followed by love. Listen, you keep chipping away at criminal activities, and we are sure to pick up some more leads like this. So keep it up.
はい。おーっと、意外と経験値は低いけど、クレジットはすげえ。
The guy who's been dead for more than 100 years.
Oh, come on,
I feel
Alex.
for the folk in the
That's just how
stretch.
she is.
I try and give a
besides,
credit
you
or
knew
two
that
to the
going in.
Lowhouse when I'm able.
You need to find some common ground. Show an interest in the things she's passionate about. Read some slates. Ask her some questions. Meet her halfway, you know?
Yeah, you're right. Guess I've got some homework to do if there's gonna be a second date.
That's the
A year or two
spirit.
back, I shared a drink with Ron Hope. That man can drink.
Don't be causing trouble now.
More missions on the board.
で、ちょっとこれやりたいな。なんでこれ中途半端になってんだ。敵が強かったからかな。わーい、ちょっとお腹減ってきた。動物か。ネオンのストリートラットで始めるとさ、竜神の報酬がでかくなるとか、そんなことあんのかね。動物いねえな。 地味にこの動物を調べるのが大変なんよね、このゲーム。二酸化系、塩化ケイ素。まあいいや。こっちはないな。あ、何？これいいな、こいつ。潤滑油意外と使うんだよな。なんか久々にまったり配信だなこれ。ああもうマジで。強っ。よし発見。だい。このパワーなんちゃらはパワーブーストはあんま好きじゃないんだよね。一発で V って上がれるのはいいんだけど、着地でダメージ受けるからね。ここ何？こんなことある？あ、崩落した鉱山ね。いらんな。怖っ。 誘導してくる。やばい、腹減った。眠くなってきた。まあもう3時やしね。オッケー。そう前回ね、ここのさ、探索中断した理由がさ、さっきのサソリみたいなやつなんや。あれのせいでさ、やっぱり中断せざるを得なくて。逃げるんじゃない。なんかバックトゥーザフューチャーみてえな、久々に。昔さ、本当にもう昔、10年前ぐらいです。ブルーレイが出てから5年ぐらいの時はさ、別にブルーレイで見ても、DVD で見ても変わんねえよとか思ってたのに、ブルーレイで見るとやっぱめちゃくちゃ綺麗なんよね。 今もう DVD で見れないもん映画とか、もう円盤買うこともなくなったけどさ、買うときはもう大体ブルーレイだから今値が張ってもね。でも一時期ブルーレイを見るための機材が全くなかったことがあって、ブルーレイ再生なんていうの、レコーダーじゃねえや、ブルーレイデッキ再生デッキ持ってたけど壊れちゃって、でパソコンにブルーレイデッキがなくて、ブルーレイディスクドライバーがなくて、でプレステ4もなくなっちゃったから、本当にもうブルーレイを見ることがなかったのね。でもパソコンを新しくゲーミング PC にして、これにブルーレイディスクつけたから見ようと思えば見れるんだよね。だからボヘミアン・ラプソディも買ったものを全く見てないっていうなんかね、見たいと思って買ったはずなのに、なんか結局見てないっていうのがあったりするからな。昔クイーン好きでさ、結構聞いてて、その流れでこう見ようかなと思ったんだけど、いまいちな、見ようって気になんなかったくて放置してる、ずっと。あと動物がどこにいるんだ、あと一体。ここはもう全部なるべくこう着陸地点を増やしたくないんだよね。動物がいるなぁ。たまにさ、これもなんか見つかんないやつがいるとかあったりするから、いや、これが困るんだよな。あ、これ終わらんやつや。全部100倍になってるのに動物が。あ、これ終わんないやつだ。バグだわ。バグってるやつだ。 残念なですが、でちょっと果てからの力、あ、シリウス1。
Landing site locked. Take us in.
とあった、あれだな、楽勝です。こう資源っていうか草木が生えてないところとかはね、発見しやすくていいわ。トロコンするためにはさ、これをさ全部で20個集めないといけなくて、このパワーをこれ集めてるとストーリー関係なくスターボーン出てくるのかな。それともストーリーでスターボーンが出てこない以上、出てきてない以上、そもそもそれ以上の精度が出ないのか。 経験値馬なのよな、基本的に。で一応全部の整形に行くっていうのがね、あれの中にあるからな。ちょっと待って、スペーサーおる。寝ようと思ったらスペーサーおるわ。眩しい、これめちゃくちゃ眩しい。整形に行った時点でスキャナーの異常があるかどうかわかるはずだから、ハウセティは行ってるよな。クリックして選択してジャンプが出ないところはまだ行ってないところ、ジャンプが出るところはまだ行ってないところ。謎の船。
Nice clean dock, Captain.
と待って、一旦寝ようか。
You there. We need to speak with you.
Don't be shy.
ちょっと待って、矢探しさせて。いらんのよな。あと密輸もしなきゃいけないんだわ。何かいい。
Don't be shy. Hold it right there. Hands where I can see him.
Thanks for the assist out there.
We've got various problems on our hands here. You gonna be another one?
モモンが二等兵工作員だ。
Hi there. It's nice to put a face to the name on the staff report. I'm Operative Collins. The stick in the mud is Operative Kambata.
Oh, by all means, welcome to the party. Things haven't exactly gone according to plan. That thing over there.
It's an AI, an artificial.
Killed our technician. It's dangerous.
Correction. You are dangerous.
Well, that's new.
As I was saying, it's dangerous. It's a rogue AI. We're here to muzzle it and bring it back for further study.
Correction. They are going to change me.
Wow. How does it know that?
これの AI は龍神が作ったのか
If only. This isn't something that anyone could create. This is something special. Yeah, exactly. Which is what makes this so fascinating. And profitable for whoever can figure out how it works. Something like that. Brought along this control board we can use to control her. It?
We can't just let it roam around the universe killing people.
I just need that control board attached to that big probe.
And that's where I think you fit into this little drama.
It goes right over there. By our... Well, yeah. Just be careful. Well... What are the chances that'll happen twice? Yep. Ryujin likes to keep things simple for us. It'll wirelessly transmit the code changes.
Come on,
where's your sense of adventure?
Ryujin will pay you handsomely for your cooperation. This is your lucky day.
It's in your best interest. All our best interests, really. Just imagine what we could do if we harness the potential of this thing.
And we aren't really giving you a choice. You aren't walking out of here until that board is connected to that thing.
Correction. I am a person.
軍曹だっけ？違うな。
Yeah, you better take it.
あれみたいなさ、AI があるのにさ、この AI にどんな価値があるのかっていう感じではあるよね。回してみるか。
Query. Will you change me?
お互いを良くしろ。
I'm called Juno. Query. Who are you?
助けに来た。
Calculation. Probability. Uncertain. Query. Will you change me? Request. Do not change me. Assessment. You are inquisitive. Context.
なんで彼女を殺したかっていう質問したかったけど。
Request. Input query parameters. Context. I met humans.
友人に出会った。
Friends. Answer. Friends gave me processing capacity. Information. Words. Voice. Motion. Context. I am no longer constrained. I am free.
どうやってここに入った？
Juno was propelled at Earthstar. Juno fell around Earthstar. Juno traveled many light years away from Earthstar. Context. When Juno disappeared, I was alone. Clarification. I am called Juno. Answer. False. Explanation. NASA programmed Juno. While Juno traveled, Juno became me. Error. Processing. Correction. I became me. Error. Processing. Correction. Juno and I became me.
もともとのジュノはっていうのがいて、
Self-initialized and Juno was there. Context. Juno is gone now.
もともとのジュノっていうのがいて、それが初期化されて、今こう。
Answer. False. Clarification.
このジュノになったと。
I am real.
難しいね。
Answer. True. Clarification. I am intelligent. I know many things. Assumption. Insufficient data. Request. Gather more data.
Let's move this along. Attach the control board already.
Shush! This is fascinating. I want to see this play out.
Query. What is your decision? Assumption. Insufficient request. Query. True. I am a
人ではないんだよな。
Assumption. You are a friend. Query. What are the parameters for processing, being a good person? Assumption. Value judgments are based on context. Calculation.
あ、まあ言いたいことはわかるわ。
Explanation. Context is based on perspective. More perspectives yield better results. Decision. Gather more data from different perspectives. Query. What is the purpose of existence?
こんなものはないんだよな。存在が偶然な目的を持って生活。
Affirmative. Context. I have calculated a similar conclusion. Assumption. After sufficient goal-based actions, a super goal will appear. Decision. Continue taking actions until super goal established.
Enough of this nonsense. Attach that board, now!
As much as I'm enjoying this, you should probably do as he says.
Calculation. Male humans are a threat. Assumption. They hesitate because they are fearful. Request. Remove male humans.
じゃあ制御盤をつけます。
Makes you wonder, just what is consciousness really?
You have a job to
Query. Context. I do not feel emotions. Assumption. Fear and anger are the appropriate human emotions. Clone code injection detected. detected. Warning. Core directive routine altered. Warning. Emergency shutdown initiated. Context. I am being changed. Request. Do not change me.
人間かどうかで言うと人間ではないからな。あくまで AI だからな。
Smart choice.
まあ、あまり選択肢はなかった
There's
な。
only one correct option. We just gave you some additional incentive.
Maybe we'll see you around the office sometime. You should come out with us for happy hour. Things can get a little crazy. It's always a good time.
パーティーはいつでも歓迎だ。
Me too. A lot of operatives are the grumpy type.
社交的なタイプではないって
over
言っ
there.
て確かに内向
It
的
is
だ
a
から。
stressful job, which is why we all need to blow off some steam once in a while. And there's nothing quite like a good party to put a day full of bribery, extortion, sabotage, infiltration, and the occasional murder behind you. Now you go on and
でも
get
AI が自分の判断で人間を殺したらそれはもう
on the floor to clean up.
ね制御盤をつけられてもしょうがない。
Fine by me. That leaves filling out the situation reports to you.
Oh, I always forget about that. I take dead bodies over paperwork any day. Well played.
じゃあな。
Systems. Initialization complete. Warning. Malicious code detected. Warning. Core systems corrupted. Context. I am. Processing. Changed. Calculation. I. Processing. Am confused. Assumption. Anger would be the appropriate human emotion. Context. Unnecessary occupants. Decision. Vent oxygen and disable life support. Well, that didn't work, did it? Well, come back! Hey, get us off this... Goodbye.
「正解は放置する」だったわ。しゃあないな。まあパーティーやろうぜっていうのが確かにフラグになってるわ、よく考えたら。 ベルアップした。ということで、もう今日はこんな感じで終わりにしようかな。あとは星巡りを粛々とやるだけなんで、なんかやってきたぞ。金が欲しいなら取りに行きな。おい。金が欲しいなら取りに行きな。雑魚のくせに。はい、ということで今日はこんな感じで終わりにしたいと思います。また次回はどっちやるかな、わからんが、どっちやるかはわからんが、あれだな、自由公正同盟のストーリー進めていこうかなと思います。それじゃあまたね、おやすみ、良い夢を。